The Sigma male is known for being calm, quiet and self-contained. He doesn't show weakness and he doesn't ask for help. On the surface, he looks like he's always in control. But even the strongest people break down. And when the Sigma male burns out, most people don't see it coming. Burnout isn't just for people who work too much or talk too much. It can hit anyone, especially those who carry everything alone. The Sigma male avoids drama and chaos, but that doesn't mean he's safe from pressure. In fact, because he hides his stress so well, burnout can sneak up on him and hit even harder. This video is about spotting the signs of burnout in Sigma males. They won't say they're tired. They won't complain. They'll keep moving until something gives out. And by the time others notice, it's already deep. These signs are easy to miss because Sigma males still show up. They still get things done. But under the surface, they're running on empty. Their energy fades. Their focus drops. Their spark slowly disappears. Understanding these signs doesn't make someone weak, it makes them smart. Burnout is real, and catching it early can prevent months or even years of damage. Even for the Sigma male, silence doesn't equal strength if it hides the truth. Let's break down the first clear sign that a Sigma male is burning out, one that most people mistake for just being tired. Sign number 1, deep exhaustion, that no chill can fix. Everyone gets tired. But burnout brings a different kind of tired. It's not just feeling low after a long week. It's a deep, full-body exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest. For the Sigma male, who normally finds peace in solitude and quiet time, this is a red flag. Normally, time alone helps him reset. A weekend off, a quiet walk, a night without distractions, that's usually enough. But when burnout sets in, none of that works anymore. Even after a full day of rest, he still wakes up tired. He feels drained before the day even begins. This exhaustion shows up in small ways. He skips his routines. His workouts get shorter. He sleeps more but still doesn't feel rested. And it's not laziness, it's fatigue at a level that rest can't fix. People around him might not notice. He's still going to work. Still replying to messages. Still holding everything together. But inside he's running on fumes. And because he's used to handling things alone, he won't mention it. He'll keep pushing forward thinking it'll pass. This constant low energy also changes how he feels about things he once enjoyed. He may stop caring about hobbies, lose interest in reading, or avoid conversations that once felt meaningful. It's not depression, but it's close. It's burnout, draining the life from the inside out. Food might not taste the same. Music might not hit the same. Even his own thoughts feel heavier. It's like a fog has rolled in and nothing can clear it. What makes this worse for the Sigma male is that he still looks fine on the outside. He's not panicking. He's not yelling. He's just tired. But that kind of deep tired is a signal. It means the stress has built up so much that even quiet time can't undo the damage. Ignoring this kind of exhaustion doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse. It leads to mistakes, regrets, and even health problems. For the Sigma male, learning to recognize this sign early is not weakness, it's self-respect. Burnout isn't about doing too much. It's about carrying too much for too long. And even the strongest man will fall if he never lets himself rest in the right way. Sign number 2, emotional detachment and cynicism toward everything. The Sigma male usually keeps his emotions private. He doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. But that doesn't mean he's cold. In fact, his emotions run deep, he just processes them quietly. That's why emotional detachment is such a serious sign of burnout. When he starts to feel numb, something's wrong. This kind of detachment isn't peace. It's not calm or centered. It's a slow loss of care. Things that once mattered now feel dull. Goals he worked hard for no longer excite him. People he respected now annoy him. He sees the world through a grey lens, and he doesn't know how to shake it. Burnout doesn't just drain energy, it changes how someone sees the world. For the Sigma male, who builds his life around purpose and meaning, this shift is dangerous. When he stops feeling connected to what drives him, it creates a deep emptiness. That's when cynicism creeps in. He starts to expect the worst. He sees everything as pointless or fake. He questions why he tries so hard. He may even mock his own efforts. That kind of thinking isn't insight, it's a sign that burnout has taken root. This mental shift can happen quietly. He doesn't tell anyone. He just starts pulling back. He doesn't check in. He avoids people. He skips opportunities. It looks like isolation, but it's different. It's not just recharging. It's withdrawal. Even his inner voice changes. The confidence becomes criticism. The focus turns into doubt. He might think, what's the point, or why bother, more than he realizes. People around him may think he's just in a mood. But if this mindset lasts for weeks, it's something deeper. The Sigma male is usually driven by purpose, even if he's alone. So when that drive fades, burnout is often the reason. The worst part is he still functions. He still shows up. But the light is gone. That quiet fire inside that made him different. That's what burnout attacks. Catching this early matters. Emotional detachment is not just a sign of tiredness. It's the body and mind trying to protect themselves. But if left alone too long, it leads to a bigger crash. Even the strongest mind needs space to feel again. And when the Sigma male loses that feeling, it's time to pause, not push. Sign number 3, difficulty concentrating or losing sharpness. One of the clearest signs of burnout in a Sigma male is the slow loss of mental sharpness. He's usually focused, alert, and always thinking a few steps ahead. But when burnout hits, that edge begins to dull. He finds it harder to think clearly, harder to stay present, and harder to make solid decisions. It might start small. He rereads the same paragraph 3 times. He forgets what he walked into a room to do. He takes longer to respond to messages. At first, he blames it on being tired. But over time, the fog doesn't lift, it gets heavier. Focus used to come easy. He could sit alone for hours and work without distractions. Now his mind jumps around. He opens tabs, starts tasks, then forgets why. That mental clarity, the thing that made him feel sharp and effective, is fading. And that change doesn't just affect his work. It changes how he sees himself. Sigma males rely on their minds. Their strength isn't in noise or emotion, it's in logic, strategy, and clarity. So when that clarity slips, it creates doubt. They start to question their value, their focus, and even their identity. This kind of mental fatigue also affects how they handle stress. Small problems feel bigger. Simple tasks take longer. And decisions that used to feel automatic now feel risky. That hesitation builds frustration, and frustration makes it even harder to think straight. Some Sigma males try to push through it. They work longer hours, drink more coffee, or block out the world. But that only hides the problem. Burnout doesn't go away with more effort. It gets worse when ignored. Others shut down completely. They stop trying to solve problems because their brain feels overused. They avoid big projects. They turn down challenges. Not because they've changed, but because they no longer trust their own clarity. This loss of sharpness doesn't always show on the outside. He may still be hitting deadlines or solving problems, but inside it's slower, heavier, harder. That weight builds day by day, and the longer it goes unaddressed, the more it chips away at his inner strength. The Sigma male takes pride in being clear-headed. So when burnout steals that clarity, it's not just tiring, it's painful. That's why this sign should never be ignored. Sign number 4. Increased irritability or frustration over small things. The Sigma male is known for being calm under pressure. He doesn't react fast, and he rarely shows emotion. But when burnout starts to build, his patience runs thin. Little things begin to bother him, and that calm exterior starts to crack. It doesn't happen in big moments. It shows up in everyday life. A slow driver makes him feel rage. A pointless meeting makes his blood boil. A minor delay ruins his whole day. These aren't major problems, but they feel like it. Burnout doesn't just drain energy. It strips away emotional balance. The Sigma male has usually trained himself to stay neutral, to observe before reacting. But when he's pushed too far for too long, that discipline weakens. He may start snapping at people. Not full anger, but quick comments, sharp looks, or cold silence. He may feel irritated by friends, co-workers, or even strangers. And when it happens, he notices it, but feels unable to stop it. That inner control he values so much begins to feel out of reach. And that loss of control frustrates him even more. It's a cycle. Burnout makes him reactive, then he gets mad at himself for reacting, which deepens the stress. He might even begin to avoid people just to avoid losing his cool. He'll cancel plans, ignore calls, or stay silent in conversations. Not because he hates people, but because he doesn't trust his mood. This shift in emotion can feel embarrassing for someone who takes pride in being composed. But it's not weakness, it's a warning. The mind is overloaded. The system is tired. And the only thing left is raw reaction. When calm turns into tension and peace turns into pressure, it's time to stop. Irritability isn't a flaw, it's a signal that the Sigma male is carrying more than he should. Sign number 5, neglect of self-care or physical health. The Sigma male is usually consistent. He eats clean, trains hard, and keeps a sharp routine, not to show off, but to stay ready. That personal discipline is part of his identity. So when burnout creeps in, one of the first things to go is his care for the body. At first it's small. He skips a workout. He grabs fast food instead of cooking. He stays up too late scrolling instead of shutting down for rest. None of it seems serious. But added up, it shows a man who's slowly slipping away from his rhythm. This kind of neglect isn't always obvious. From the outside, he may still look fit, clean, and focused. But inside, he feels off. His routines feel like a burden. His goals start to blur. And the small daily habits that once gave him strength now feel pointless. Burnout makes the body heavy. Even simple things like stretching, walking, or preparing meals feel like too much. And when the mind is tired, the body often pays the price. He may stop tracking progress. Stop stretching. Stop caring about what used to drive him. It's not laziness, it's fatigue taking over the system. He's not giving up. He's running on empty. Sleep becomes shallow. Appetite fades or spikes. His focus drops. The sharp connection between mind and body gets weaker. And for the Sigma male, that loss can feel like losing part of himself. Self-care isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling strong, balanced, and in control. When that balance breaks, it's a serious sign. Neglecting the body is one of the clearest red flags. It means the mind has been under pressure for too long. And even if no one sees it, he feels it every hour of the day. Sign number 6, silent collapse, high functioning without well-being. The most hidden sign of burnout in a Sigma male is what looks like success. He still shows up. He still works. He still leads. But inside, something is off. This is the silent collapse, the moment when everything still functions, but none of it feels real anymore. The Sigma male is good at holding it together. He doesn't panic, doesn't fall apart in public, and doesn't complain. So even when he's burning out, no one notices. Not because there's no pain, but because he hides it well. He might be finishing projects, keeping appointments, and smiling at people. But it's all surface. Inside, he feels empty. He's not driven by purpose anymore. He's running on habit, not passion. This kind of burnout is dangerous because it doesn't look like burnout. People may even praise him for how strong or focused he seems. But he knows the truth. He's running out of fuel and nothing seems to refill the tank. He stops feeling joy. Not sadness, just a flat, dull emptiness. Every day feels the same. Nothing excites him. Nothing moves him. He's floating through tasks but not really living. This is often the final stage of burnout. When emotional, mental and physical energy have all been drained, but the pressure to keep going is still there. And because the Sigma male rarely opens up, no one stops him. He may even tell himself he's fine. He'll say, "Just a rough week," or "I'll get through it." But the truth is, he's disconnected from his own inner fire. He's acting like himself, but he doesn't feel like himself. If this continues, it leads to a crash. It could be a health scare, a broken relationship, or a sudden loss of direction. That's why this sign matters. It's the final warning before the system shuts down completely. The Sigma male needs to know, showing up doesn't mean you're okay. And high performance without well-being is not strength, it's survival. Burnout doesn't always scream. Sometimes it's silent, steady and hidden under strength. The Sigma male may never ask for help, but that doesn't mean he doesn't need it. Spotting these signs early isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Because the real power isn't just pushing through, it's knowing when to stop and reset.